it may not be really obvious right now, but I am in the Wind Rivers of Wyoming, which are known for giant glacial carved granite cliffs and cirques. So that's why this might not really stand out as the Wind Rivers. But I am in Dickinson Park, and I have to hike to get to that part of the Wind Rivers, the really cool glacial, high, massive cliffs and lakes. So I just finished getting all my crap ready. There's my pack. It weighs like 50 pounds. Now I'm gonna start hiking in. I have about 8 miles to get to where I want to set up camp. Okay, I've been going for a few miles now. I'm probably about halfway to where I want to camp at. And the further I go, the more I am becoming to accept of the possibility that I'll be setting up camp in the dark. Right now, I think it's like a 50-50. Well, as you can see, I officially made it to the lakes. Unfortunately, this is not the lake that I am planning on camping at, but this is still just unreal. Look at that. Just look at all this. That waterfall over there. I don't know how well you can hear it, but I can hear that thing like thundering right now. And actually, where I'm going to camp is up above that waterfall. So I'm gonna go up through these trees, and there's another lake up in this upper bowl. And so the lake I'm camping at, that waterfall connects these two lakes. This is gonna be terrifying with a giant backpack. I made it to the second lake of today. But this is still not the lake that I intended on camping at. However, this is so peaceful and so perfect that I am really considering finding a spot to camp here instead. The only thing is, the other lake was in a slightly better spot for some stuff I wanted to do. There's a lot of mosquitoes out here. Oh man, this is like hard. Well, it was a hard decision, but I think it was the right one. I'm at the third and final lake of the day. This was the lake I had originally planned on setting a base camp at. This is Cook Lake. It's still incredible. I do think the last one was a little bit it was just so fascinating, that tower that just rose directly above it. Anyways, this one is still incredible. Like these massive cliffs rising directly up above the edge. And yeah, it's a lot more flat, like right up through here. There's some good spots in there where I will be able to set up my camp. So I'm gonna do that before it gets too dark, because it's starting to get dark. Okay, it's morning here in the Wind Rivers. I got through my first night last night. But yeah, I had to hang my food last night in like pitch black, and it took forever to find a good spot. So now I'm gonna go and track that down and see if I can even find where I hung it. It was like a couple hundred yards that way, I think. And hopefully no bears got to it. This is grizzly country technically, although grizzlies are very rare out here. But still, there's also black bears. And this place is just teeming with wildlife. I've seen so many marmots and chipmunks and squirrels. So hopefully all of my food is safe. Yeah, there it is. Still well off the ground. Looks like everything is just how I left it. Nothing was able to break in. So now I'm just gonna grab some food for breakfast and pull some out for lunch as well. And then I'll put it back up. Just came down here to filter some water, but this, like, wow. I really did not think it was going to get much better than some of the stuff that I'd already seen. But once again, I've been proven wrong. It might be safe to say for me that this is the most beautiful place I've ever been. And you know what's absolutely insane? Is that there were 2 other cars at the trailhead, and I haven't seen a single person since I left Lander, or whatever town down in Wyoming where I picked up my permit to travel across the reservation. I have had this entire place so far, ever since I left the trailhead, I've had it all to myself. And I think that's pretty crazy. Okay, I'm on the other side of the lake now. I've started kind of like just looping around the entire lake just because I wanted to. It's quite pretty. The other side is definitely more beautiful, but this is still really cool. And these towers are a lot closer now. Pretty cool to see them up close. This place is like a breeding ground. I don't know how well you can see that. For these orb weaver spiders. They are all over. I'm doing my best to not have my face go directly straight into one, and I don't want to get a mouthful of one of those. Had a couple of close calls, but so far so good. You can't come all the way to a place like this and not think about jumping in. This water is freezing cold. Probably in the 40s, high 40s, maybe low 50s. But it's so beautiful. And right now it's not very windy, so I think I'm gonna take advantage and jump in really quick. Oh, that's cold. Oh, oh. That was cold. That was really cold. I mean, I'm gonna stay up here at the lake for a while longer just because it's so beautiful and peaceful. So maybe if I get warmed up again, I'll think about jumping in again, but as of right now, I think I might be done. It was refreshing. I was freezing though. Oh, I know I also mentioned earlier how I'm alone, and I've been alone this whole time up here. Well, that's not exactly true. There's about 40 million mosquitoes that have been keeping me very good company. So, don't worry, I haven't been too lonely. Okay, I'm back at camp. Now I need to go and filter some water for my dinner tonight. And I'd rather filter it not at the lake. Instead, I'd rather filter it from like running water, like a stream or something. So I'm actually going to go down here and towards Smith Lake, which was the first lake I arrived at with the waterfall. And I'm going to see if I can actually get to the waterfall and hopefully filter water straight from that, because that'd be cool. Well, I made it. It was rough. I had to do a lot of bushwhacking to get here, but I don't think I could have gotten to a better spot. I'm standing right in the middle of the waterfall. This is insane. This is insane. It was worth it. It was worth it. This is what it takes though. Pain in the ass. Literally been stabbed in the ass like probably 3 times by sharp pointy branches. But that's what it takes, I guess. Yeah, I've never had one of these. I always just eat like Pop-Tarts and stuff when I go backpacking. So let's see how this is. See if it's still too hot. It's hot. It's not bad though. Actually better than I was expecting. Well, there was definitely a little bit of uncertainty for me going into this, and that's why I didn't really talk about specifically what I had in store for today. There was this big boulder field that leads up to this saddle, and I'd seen pictures of this, and I was like, huh, that looks doable, maybe. And when I got here, I was like, I looked up at it, and I was like, yeah, it still looks doable, but it looks like kind of a pain, and I wasn't 100% positive I'd be able to do it. And also, last I checked the weather report, which was like 3 days ago, there was a chance for some precipitation today, which is Saturday. So I wanted to make sure that whatever I went up, I would be able to go back down if it was potentially wet. And I should be able to do this if it's wet. I'll just have to be careful. So for the most part, I think the uncertainty is done, and I can kind of say what I want to do, what I would like to do. So this lake right down here, this one, that's where I'm camped. This is the lake where I really considered camping, and so this is that giant formation directly above it. You can't see Smith Lake with the waterfall. It's down here beneath these trees. This is Cathedral Lake in the back, and then the other lake, I don't know how to pronounce it, it's like Mendarrin Lake or something, is out that way, and you also can't see it. But these big cliffs right here are the cliffs that rose above that lake. And so what I would like to do, hopefully, is follow this ridge all the way up to the top of those cliffs and look down on the basin and maybe get to the top of this high point right here. That doesn't have a name as far as I know. I tried to see if that's like an official peak or anything, because there's Cathedral Peak, which is like over here. I think it's like one of these high points, and that Cathedral Peak is lower than this. So you'd think that this would have a name because it's higher and it's pretty impressive. But as far as I know, it doesn't. So I'm gonna go and climb that unnamed peak, hopefully. And I don't know how long it's gonna take. There's literally no trail. As far as I know, I mean, I'm sure other people have done this or have been on top of that mountain, maybe not from the same route. But as far as I know, nobody's ever done what I'm doing right now. And I'm not saying I'm the only one to do what I'm doing right now, but I'm just saying there's basically no information about what I'm going into. That big peak right there, that's what I had originally planned on climbing, but I'm not sure I will anymore. It looks yeah, I don't know. I don't think that really looks very doable anymore. So I've made a decision on what I'm gonna do. And also because I don't know, dude, there's some clouds moving in and I can't really see what's on the other side of that ridge. So what I'm choosing to do is I'm gonna go and climb this little high point right here instead, just because that looks so a little bit like too much right now. Like maybe I would go and check it out if I knew that the weather was gonna be good all day, but that looks like it could be decently technical actually. I mean, it might only be, I don't know, class 3, but there's also a chance it's class 5. It's really not possible to tell from where I am right now. Also, it's cold as hell up here. I don't want to freeze to death if it does start raining, so. True Summit's right up there. There's some class 4 moves that I would have to do to reach it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm protected right here, but as soon as I step out around this ledge, it's like 50-mile-per-hour winds, and that just sketches me out a little bit too much. It's so windy up here. I lost my hat actually. I can see it. I don't know if the camera is, it's like right there. So I'm gonna try and hopefully that doesn't blow away by the time I get down to it. But I'm not gonna hang out here much longer. This is a pretty solid view. You could see there's the lake yesterday where I jumped in, and then over there, that one way in the distance, that's the Smith Lake with the waterfall. But yeah, you could see for miles up here. Pretty amazing. I think it's time for me to leave though. This wind is, you could probably hear it right around the other side of this summit block. It's not fun, that's for sure. Okay, well, I got my hat. This is decently protected from the wind, and I think I might eat some lunch really quick right here before I go back into the into the hurricane. It is rough. Wind just sucks the life out of me, especially when it's that strong. Well, I'm about 69% sure this is where I ascended the ridgeline this morning. If it's not the same place, then hopefully this goes, because this is where I'm going down. Well, I'm down off the boulder field. You can see that's it. I came down all that crap. And it looks like I got down just in the nick of time, because it's hailing and raining now. Oh, I don't think it's gonna last very long though, so I probably would have been fine. Just could have like found a spot to wait it out, because there's a bunch of blue skies over there and it's all moving this way. But hopefully I don't get too wet before I can get back to camp. Alright, yeah, it did not hail and rain for very long, but it did make everything look just super cool. All the wet rocks and cliffs are reflecting the sunlight. It looks pretty amazing. So I wasn't on top of this directly, but I was a little bit behind it. And up where that is just kind of where all those beautiful streams in that high plateau area was. And then I came over all the way behind all this, and then I popped out on the ridge just by this it was just above that snowfield, I believe. And then up on those pinnacles right up there, it was on top of one of those where I had my lunch and turned around. Well, my last day here in the Wind Rivers is coming to an end. It's sad knowing that I'm gonna have to leave somewhere that is just so perfect. Like, this place, the Wind Rivers, have always called to me ever since I learned about them. And I've only been here one other time, so this is only my second time visiting this mountain range. And the first time I really only scratched the surface. This time I feel good about it. I feel like I was really able to immerse myself and get a nice, good experience in these mountains. I know there's so much more out here. Like, I know there is so much to do in these mountains, trust me. I hope to be able to return many times and do as much as humanly possible, because this place is just something else. but I'm not really going to be filming much more. I'm going to shut the camera off now and just enjoy some of this. I almost stepped on this guy. He was sitting in the middle of the trail. I thought he was a rock. He's oh, see if he... Oh, he's big. Hey, buddy. Let's see if I can get him on this log, get a better view. That's funny. Oh, there he goes. Okay, I made it back to the trailhead. I actually got back here a lot faster than on my way in. It only took me like 2 hours to get back here. So I'm glad I'm back here now. It's good to have gotten that part over with. Hiking out's just never really fun, especially when it's not like really that entertaining or beautiful. But what's interesting is that there's no other cars here at all. And that's interesting because I drove in on a Thursday night, and there were 2 or 3 other cars here. Now it's a Saturday, so it should be like peak busy. But yeah, there's nobody at all. So I'm still the only person for miles. That entire time I was in there, I saw one other group of people one time. And I was surprised that I even saw them. It's very, this place is very isolated. Not many people come here. And that's one of the appeals for me. But I don't see why it's not like more popular. I'm happy about it. But it's crazy to me that there's so few people. Oh, it's getting windy, so I'm gonna hop in the car, get some sleep, and then drive out of here tomorrow when the sun rises.